Good morning, student. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the constant volume process. This constant volume process is also known as the isochoric process. Now, in this isochoric process, we have plotted the PV plotting and the PT plotting. In the PV plotting, on y-axis we have plotted volume. On x-axis we have plotted the pressure. Same way on the PT plotting we have plotted temperature on the x-axis, pressure on the y-axis. Now in this process, at constant volume process, the pressure is increasing. Same way, as the pressure increases, we are finding that the temperature is also increasing. Just simple example, in a practical point of view, we are considering, we are taking a gas enclosed in a piston cylinder arrangement, okay, and in that piston cylinder arrangement there is a volume parameter is the constant, and we are pressing that gas. So what happened? The volume inside the piston cylinder arrangement is the constant, but we are compressing it, and what happened? Due to the compression action, there is a reduction in the we are saying that there is a reduction in the volume, but due to reduction in the volume there is increase in the pressure, and due to increase in the pressure the heat will be generated, and due to that heat generation there is increase in the temperature. So we have plotted PV and PT plotting. Now first of all we are going to derive the PVT relation. PVT relation means what? Relation between the pressure, volume and the temperature. So in this pressure, volume and the temperature, we are finding that we are here P1 P1 upon T1, which is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. So this is the general equation. Now in this equation, as we are saying, the volume parameter is the constant. So V1 is equal to V2. So equation modifies as P1 upon T1, which is equal to P2 upon T2. So that's why I have written P1 upon T1, which is equal to P2 upon T2. And this relation gives the pressure and the temperature relation. So as per the gas law of the Gay-Lussac equation, as we have studied, at constant volume pressure is directly proportional to the temperature. So this PVT relation of constant volume process gives the Gay-Lussac law, that is P1 upon T1, which is equal to P2 upon T2. Suppose the process goes on, it becomes P3 upon T3, which up to so on constant. So this is the PVT relation between the pressure and the temperature in constant volume process. Next, second, we are going to calculate the work done. As we are going to calculate the work done, we know that W is equal to P into dV. So this is the small amount of work done. So I have written here delta W is equal to P into dV. Now I have to calculate the total work done during this process. Okay. So that's why I have to integrate this equation between 1 to 2. So that's why I have written integration of 1 to 2 delta W is equal to integration of 1 to 2 P into dV over there. So after taking the integration, delta W it becomes W 1 to 2, and here pressure we are treating it as a constant, and we are finding integration of 1 to 2 delta W, so which is equal to P into V2 minus V1. But in this case V1 is equal to V2. So this term become as a 0. V2 minus V1 is equal to 0. So W1 to 2 we are getting it as equal to 0. So work done by the gas during constant volume process is equal to 0. So we have derived W12 is equal to 0. Next point, we are going to calculate internal energy. In case of the internal energy is equal to mCV dt. So we have plotted a PT diagram, and while calculating the change in the internal energy, again this is small amount of internal energy du is equal to mCV into dt. So that's why we are integrating this equation within the limits 1 to 2. So integration of 1 to 2 du is equal to mCV integration of 1 to 2 dt. So what we get? We get, after taking the integration and put the limits, we get u2 minus u1 is equal to mCV t2 minus t1. So this is the change in the internal energy during the constant volume process. Next point, we are going to calculate heat supplied. Now we know that suppose we are going to supply the heat to any kind of the process, the heat supplied is utilized for two purposes. First, initially to change the internal energy, and second one to do some kind of the work. So delta Q is equal to du plus delta W. So that's why I have written delta Q is equal to du plus delta W. Again, this is small amount of heat supplied. We have to calculate for process 1 to 2. So we are going to integrate this equation within the limits 1 to 2. So we are taking integration 1 to 2, delta Q is equal to integration 1 to 2 du plus integration 1 to 2 delta W. So after taking the integration, here we find Q1 to 2 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus W1 to 2. But we have derived W1 to 2 is equal to 0, and U2 minus U1 is equal to mCV T2 minus T1. So the equation becomes Q1 to 2 is equal to U2 minus U1, which is equal to mCV T2 minus T1. So after observing this equation, we found that during the constant volume process, the amount of heat supplied is utilized to change only internal energy. Okay? In that case, there is no any kind of the work will be happen over there. So we are finding amount of heat supplied is utilized for only changing the internal energy. Next point, we are going to discuss change in enthalpy. But as per the definition of enthalpy, enthalpy is the summation of internal energy plus product of pressure and volume. So that's why I have written dH is equal to du plus d into bracket PV. So we have to integrate this equation. This is small amount of change of enthalpy. So after taking the integration within the limits 1 to 2, we got it is H2 minus H1. Now here we are taking the integration 1 to 2 du. So for this we get mCV T2 minus T1, and integration of 1 to 2 dP dV. We know that it is also we are finding mR T2 minus TV. T2 minus TV, because PV is equal to mRT, and M and R we are treating it as a constant, and T we are taking integration and substitution the limits, it becomes T2 minus T1 over there. So the equation becomes mCV T2 minus T1 plus mR T2 minus T1. Just we are taking the common term m and T2 minus T1 outside the bracket, and remaining term Cv plus R in one bracket. So we are getting m into T2 minus T1 into another bracket Cv plus R. But we have the relation between the specific heat. The difference between specific heat is general gas constant. So we are saying Cp minus Cv is equal to R. So from this equation we can write Cv plus R is equal to Cp. So we are getting change in enthalpy is equal to mCp T2 minus T1. So we have derived for constant volume process PVT relation work, how much amount of work is done during the constant volume process. Next, change in internal energy. Next, heat supplied and change in the enthalpy. So these are all about the today's lecture. Thank you.